What it do, man. It's here. The channel I've been talking about for so long is finally here. And for those of you that know me, you know I've been talking about this for a little bit of time now. Back in the summer, I kind of first had the idea in my head to really get into YouTube, really start uploading. But at the time, I would say I didn't really have like a direction that I was gonna be heading in, you know? It was just gonna be a bunch of random videos. There would be no real purpose, and I felt like that wasn't the best direction to really go in. So basically in the last few months, school, football, those were all going on, so I didn't really have a lot of time to really put into this and edit videos, think of different ideas. But it was kind of in the back of my mind, and at the same time I was still thinking about it a little bit. And you know, we're here right now at a point in time where I just have class and workouts, but we're not in season, so you know, my time commitment isn't really what it was, you know, a few months ago. But anyway, so this channel right here, I want this to be kind of a one-stop shop for anyone looking to become a better football player, a better athlete, or really just a better person in general. When I was in high school, I wasn't the biggest, I wasn't the strongest, I wasn't the fastest, and I wasn't some huge mega recruit. I had 0 stars, I was a walk-on. And you know, most of you guys who are watching, you're probably not gonna be that huge recruit either. A lot of you guys are probably looking to get your foot in the door somewhere, looking to get your first offer still. And you know, I kind of want to just help out and give you guys a little bit of guidance on how to navigate that process that I navigated. Now it's about 4 years ago. Wow, I'm old. But anyway, so you know, when I was in high school, I was looking up different videos, different websites, different articles on how to get bigger, stronger, faster, how to get better technique. And there was a lot of different things to look at. There was a lot of different sites, a lot of different videos, and I don't want it to be as difficult for the next generation of kids coming up. I want you guys to be able to come here and see all that information, whether you want to get faster, whether you want to get stronger, you want to improve your technique, you want to gain weight, you want to lose weight. I just want you to be able to come here and get whatever you need. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey, but first, y'all go hit the subscribe button. You're not gonna want to miss the bangers we gonna have dropping on this channel. Like the video, cause y'all gonna love it, I guarantee you. And then, as you can see on this little whiteboard back here, go follow me on my social medias: IG, Twitter, TikTok at Hunt_XXVII. Now let's get to it. So a few weeks back, I dropped this tweet on National Signing Day, just because I'd already seen a couple of tweets where kids were starting to get discouraged or frustrated, and I wanted to let them know that, you know, this doesn't have to be the end of your journey. You can, you know, as long as you still want it, you can still get to where you want to be. So as someone who's been through the whole process of having to go to a million different camps, having to email coaches their film, follow coaches on social media, send their film that way, you know, I kind of wanted to just make a video about kind of navigating through that whole process and what it looked like for me and kind of the steps I took to get to where I'm at today. All right, first things first, if you're watching this video and your grades are terrible, just actually keep watching it because I need the views, but like that's got to be your first priority. No college coach is going to take a chance on a kid, which is basically what, you know, a scholarship is taking a chance on a kid. No college coach is going to take a chance on a kid and risk his job if the kid is going to fail out of school. You know, if you're there for a semester and you have a 1.5 GPA, then you can't play. No matter how talented you are, no matter who you are, if you're ineligible, you're ineligible. So that's first things first. Alright, so the next thing I want to get into is social media, because in this day and age, social media is a real prominent tool for recruiting, and everyone's on it. So you got to make sure that your social media is the way it needs to be in order to get seen and get noticed. So if you're not a 4 or 5 star, even a high 3 star that's got a bunch of offers, your social media should be your name. So that way you can easily be found by coaches, and there's no really searching for you, because if they're not already looking for you in the first place, then odds are you're just not going to be found. So, your handle should be your name. In your bio, you should have your huddle link, your height, weight, GPA, 40 time, all that information. So when a coach comes to your page, it's just real easy for them to get an idea of who you are as a player. But also, you don't need to let just coaches finding your social media be the only way that they see you. So me, back when I was in high school, I would be emailing coaches, DMing coaches, nonstop with my film, my GPA, my height, my weight, my 40 time, just so I could put myself out there. Now, I don't know how many coaches actually watched and saw my film. I know I did get feedback from some, but at the end of the day, if you don't have those offers, if you don't have those stars, then doing anything can't really hurt. It's not like sending your film to a coach is gonna get you taken off the board that you're not necessarily already on. So, you just gotta put yourself out there and make yourself be known. That's kind of what I did. And while we're on the topic of coaches, it's important that you stay in constant contact with whoever's talking to you, because at the end of the day, recruiting is really big on relationships. So a coach, they're not gonna take a risk on you, which is pretty much what a scholarship is. It's a coach putting his faith that a player can help win for the program, because at the end of the day, college football is a business. So if a coach is bringing in players that aren't getting it done, then that's his job, and he's probably not going to have that job for much longer. So you got to make sure that they really trust that you're the type of player that if they bring in, you're going to help win games. So no matter who it is as a coach, no matter what level the school is, just stay in contact with them, because you never know if a coach who's at a school that you don't even want to look at, if he ends up getting a new job somewhere that you'd end up loving, and he remembers that he was in contact with you previously, so he kind of keeps that contact moving forward at his new school. So just never really shut anyone out, shut anything down. Keep an open mind, and because you never know where people are going to end up. So just make sure you're staying in contact with all the coaches you're already in contact with. The next thing y'all gotta do, is not even up for debate, is you gotta attend camps. And I'm not talking about the opening or the rivals camps. I'm talking about college camps. Now, these camps, they're gonna put you in front of the coaching staff, and a lot of times they're gonna be coaching staffs from other schools there too. So you're gonna be putting yourself in front of numerous coaches, giving yourself the opportunity to get a lot of exposure. And if you ball out, I've seen dudes personally with my own 2 eyes. I've seen dudes ball out of the camp and get their first offer that same day. So it can be done, and that's really the way you're gonna put yourself on a lot of people's radars if you're not already on it. And at these camps, it's a lot. You gotta realize it's a lot of kids that are gonna be just like you. So they're gonna be hungry as well. So these camps, they're not for the shy, they're not for the timid. I know when I was going to college camps, I would see kids, getting cut for reps. And I remember one time in particular, I saw a kid get cut for reps so many times, and I think at the end of the day, he only had 1 or 2 reps. And then at the end of the camp, his parents went up to one of the coaches and were complaining, and the coach was pretty much like, I don't really know what you want me to do. If your kid doesn't want it, he doesn't want it. So you got to make sure you're hungry, and you got to make sure you're on your A game, because that's for you, that's when the bright lights are. That's how it was for me. There are a lot of times you're going up against future kids who are going to be future All-Americans, future Division I recruits, future draft picks. So if you're showing out in that environment, you're giving another data point that a college coach can trust you to help the program win. All right, so now your grades are good, your social media is looking the way it should, and you're going to these camps and you're dominating. So you might be wondering what's next. Well, what's next is you got to be brutally honest with yourself. And me personally, I know that's something that comes really, really easy to me. I'm able to see areas where I'm not the best in and be truthful with myself that, this is what I need to improve X, Y, and Z. So for instance, when I was in high school, I knew I needed to get faster. So I knew that was kind of one of the things holding me back from colleges really giving me, a deep look. So, I made that a big point of emphasis, just making sure that I was getting faster, whether it was speed training, stretching, getting, more in shape. I would just make sure that was a point of emphasis. So that way one of the deficiencies that I had wasn't really as big anymore. And, for a lot of you out there, you might be saying, if you just look on the surface, you might be saying, oh, colleges aren't looking at me for X, Y, and Z. But in reality, there's a lot of times there's a reason. And I'm not saying it's like you're terrible or it's not something you can overcome, but there is a reason. So maybe you're too short for some programs. If you're a 5'8" slot receiver going to a program that runs, a pro style offense with receivers over 6'2", that's not really a fit, not really a match, And then also, sometimes I've seen this probably more than anything else, is players kidding themselves about the position they want to be. I've seen players so adamant on playing quarterback that they pass up the opportunity to play wide receiver or defensive back at another school. I've seen players who want to be linebackers not really work on being a D lineman when they're a great D lineman. So you just got to really be honest with yourself about who you are as a player and what you need to improve on, because no matter who you are, there's always an improvement to be made. So just make sure that you're making the right improvements. So I know this wasn't the most in-depth video. If I went super in-depth on everything that I did personally, then this would be like a 2-hour long video. But this is really the steps that I took to get myself to where I'm at today. And the one thing I want to leave you guys with is just stay patient and never give up on yourselves. When I made the decision to go to Michigan, there were a lot of people out there who were like, oh, you'll never play. What are you doing? You're wasting your time. And I never let them really deter me. If anything, I used it as extra fuel, extra motivation. And that's what you guys need to do as well. You need to use the situation you're in right now and use that as the chip on your shoulder. Never forget that people overlooked you. So then every time you step on the field, you're playing at a different level because you have a little something extra, in the back of your mind that you're playing for. And a lot of people say block out the noise, but me, I choose to embrace it. I choose to embrace all the people who say, oh, he's a walk-on, oh, he's not good enough. And I think that's what has kept me going to this point. I do it for myself, of course, but just everyone who said I couldn't do it, just proving them wrong, to me, that's just such a satisfying feeling. And, if that helps you, when you've never done it before, give it a try and see if it works. But, like I said, stay patient, trust the process. Things might not seem like they make a lot of sense, but just remember that you can only control what you can control. So there's no real point in getting stressed out or feeling some type of way about things not going your way if you really can't control it. So just focus on the things that you have control of, like your eating habits, your work ethic, your speed. Like, make sure that no one can ever say that that they work harder than you. Make sure you're always putting in extra work. Make sure that your technique's amazing. Like, that's one of the things that I did when I was playing receiver. I made sure that my technique was top notch. So when I did get the speed to go along with it, I was just that much better of a player. So if that's kind of the direction that you guys need to head in my opinion, that's what worked for me. And we got a lot more coming on this channel. So this is just really the beginning. I just wanted to get this out to you guys, kind of, because I know it can be a stressful time, especially around signing day. So I just want you guys to, kind of relax a little bit, get some reassurance, know that there have been people in your position before, and that if I can do it, you can definitely do it too. Like, there's nothing special about me, you know. I just worked hard for it. So that's really what it comes down to, just working hard for it. So if you stuck around to the end, just thank you. You don't know what it means for you to support me, but you know, comment down below what you want to see moving forward from this channel. I got an idea of where I want to take things, but at the same time, if there's stuff that you guys want to see, just let me know. You know, I'll try and do a video on it to the best of my ability. Like the video, comment, share it, subscribe to the channel. Go follow me on my social medias. And with that, we gonna wrap it up. Peace.